Welcome back, everybody, to Truthful Only. Today, we're going to have a conversation of gun rights, Second Amendment. I do believe in the Second Amendment that people should be entitled to have their own guns. And I don't think that the government should be able to interfere with that. So let's hop into this video and see what they have to say.
I was notified by a friend. She called me. I was at work. And she called me and she said, "Do you know about the shooting? With the school that she goes to, the Appalachia?" I said, "No, I don't." And then she said there was a shooting at the Appalachia High School. My heart just dropped. My heart just got so heavy and I could not stop. I just had to leave. I told my coworkers, I gotta go, I have to leave. And the first thing I did is drop my knee on the floor and just start praying. I prayed for about 30 minutes for my work all the way to the school. I didn't get to the school on my car. I had to leave my car at a gas station about 2.5, 3 miles. And I walked on foot and I ran because my heart was so heavy. I couldn't get to touch my daughter.
I know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to play this emotional argument for a right to take away your guns at the end of the day. Nobody is saying that this little girl deserved to be shot whatsoever. That is not my point. My point is that they will bring on all these people that have these rare cases. There's so many schools in America. They're not just happening in every town. So they'll take the situation as an opportunity to pretty much take away your guns and bring these people on interviews, bring these people on shows, paint a narrative that guns are bad. That is why the government should have all right to go and take your guns. Me personally, I think that you should be able to have your own guns. I do not think that the government should be able to enforce people to surrender their guns. People should be able to have their guns because we have a right to the Second Amendment. It's that simple of an argument.
I'm in favor of the Second Amendment, and I'm in favor of assault weapons bans, universal background check.
That makes no sense. It's either you're in support of the Second Amendment or you're not. Once they have all of these restrictions, that's when the government begins to just trample over all of your rights. Once you just give them an inch, they'll take an entire mile. So this would never work. You need to leave the Second Amendment how it is, and you need to better vet who can get a gun and who can't. I think that that's where you should start. I don't think the vast majority of gun owners have this issue of just going into school shooting them up. You just take the cases of the select few that do something stupid, and then you think that it gives you all right to go take away everybody's guns. I don't think most of America does.
It was so powerful at the convention when you said you have guns. No, at the debate.
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
And nobody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes.
Let Trump do that. Let Trump say something like this, and they're going to hold them to the fire in a heartbeat. They'll say, Trump wants to shoot people. Trump wants to kill people. This girl can say it, and there's not a problem. We're just going to kiki and just laugh it off like it's no big deal. They're all surprised and shocked. This is how she really feels. She feels the same way that most of America feels with common sense. Don't step in my house. But at the same time, she's saying that she wants to take away your guns. It makes no sense. I guarantee it will start with assault weapons, and then they're just going to start taking all your weapons. And then when the government comes in to trample on your rights, you'll have nothing to defend yourself with. And those people that think that it's not important to have the Second Amendment, it's not important now until your rights get trampled on.
I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But
my staff will deal with that later.
But you have been a gun owner for a while.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
But here's my point, Oprah, is that I'm not trying to take everyone's guns away. I believe in the Second Amendment. But we have to agree that, look, I did last fall a college tour with college-age young people. So I also did trade schools. And packed audience every time in their auditorium. And I would ask, please raise your hand.
You know it was not packed. She's lying. We see videos of who comes to her little rallies and interviews. It's not packed. A couple hundred people.
And we've got to agree that, in particular, when we're talking about something like an assault weapon, it's literally designed to be a tool of war. It has no place on the streets of a civil society. It's designed to kill a lot of human beings quickly. And there are things we can do. I mean, thankfully, over the last 3 years,
like
we've done some, but it is common sense.
It just seems like common sense we would see this.
It just seems like common sense for you guys to be able to trample over other people's rights. It's not common sense. People do not think the same way you do. Why do you think that everybody needs to think the same way you do? There are other people that have these weapons that actually were able to defend their home. So what do you say about those people that have found these weapons to be useful for protecting their home? You're just going to take away the gun and hold them down and restrict them to just using a little pistol or something? And what happens like when somebody else has a more powerful weapon and they're trying to come into your house? You're just supposed to just bring out your little BB gun and just be like, get out now. Like, no, people aren't going to listen to that.
And I think that the majority of Americans agree with you that
Clearly not. If this is an issue, majority of Americans do not agree with you.
we do not want assault weapons in the hands of children and other people who have no business with those types of weapons.
But who are you to tell who belongs with the weapon or not? That's the issue here. I don't think a kid should have it, and I think that people should be properly vetted into getting the weapon in the first place. That's where the failure is. If you're not properly vetting people, doing a careful background check, and locking away the weapon so your little 12-year-old son doesn't touch it, then yeah, we're going to run into conflicts like that. But that's not the gun. That is the person or their lack of responsibility with the weapon. But we can say that about anything. You could say that about anything that takes life. You could say that about cars. Are we not supposed to drive anymore because cars kill people? You see how this can snowball and kind of just keep going. There's no place where it stops. It'll just continue. They'll just think that they can keep taking away more and more things from you. Point being, stand your ground, stand up for the Second Amendment if you do agree with it. If you don't, that's fine, but support your reason for not agreeing with it. Have it be backed by logic and not just straight up emotion. Once again, she comes on the interview. She didn't really say much. I feel like everybody else was mainly speaking for her to take up time. You only need to watch one interview to pretty much get her stance on everything, because she'll just be like a little parrot just repeating herself over and over again. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys out in the next video. Peace.